Hey, Billy.
What's up, Andrew?
I have so much shit to talk about, man.
Brother, we have so much shit to talk about.
You know what? Let's make a fucking podcast.
But what are we going to call it?
How about so much shit to talk about?
I love it.
I love us.
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.
We're on.
Right on.
Yep.
We're back.
Sean Astin. We were just talking about Sean Astin, and we decided to go ahead and hit record.
Yeah, he's a great actor, and I feel like he's underrated. I don't think anyone says he's bad at what he does, but no one thinks of.
No one
like,
praises him.
Yeah, like
That's
man,
Rudy.
You know what?
Encino Man.
Love it. Stranger Things 2. He is in it. I will not give away any spoilers yet, mainly because someone here has not watched it.
He was hilarious as the pill popping, steroid popping brother with a lisp in 50 First Dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cracked me up in that.
I mean, he has played so many different roles.
Oh yeah,
It's just great. He's so lovable.
he is.
It's that face, I guess.
Little chubby teddy bear.
Yeah.
That's what he is. Yeah. I haven't watched Stranger Things season 2 yet. I had my kids the weekend it came out, so I didn't get to start it. Then me and the wife just been busy with work. Plus, we've got a bunch of shows currently going on that we've been staying up on. So we're just gonna pick a day here soon and fucking marathon that shit.
See,
so.
all I hear are excuses because
well,
there are only 9 episodes,
I know, but man,
and they're only an hour long.
Well,
You're telling me you can't just take 9?
That's
Just don't
9
sleep.
hours.
Just don't sleep.
That's 9 hours. Ooh.
Don't sleep.
Guess what? I pulled a 24. Friday. I guess you would say Friday morning. I woke up Friday morning at. No, hang on. Mother F. Saturday morning, I woke up at 4:15 in the morning, and because the UFC fights were on that night, I ended up staying out with my brother till 2 in the morning. Then came home and was up 2 more hours with Bridget, marking a 24-hour day for me. I haven't done that shit. Oh my god, probably 5 years at least.
Fucking Jesus, Billy!
It was awesome. It was awesome.
It's like you're in high school again.
It was awesome.
Yeah, those are tough.
They make you feel weird.
The older you get, the harder it is to stay up for 24 hours.
Oh, dude.
It really is. We try all the time. I can do it easier than my wife, but we'll say let's pull an all-nighter, and it almost never happens.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a game or I'm on my computer, I'm probably good to go. But like if she passes out, then I'm just like, well, and if I'm not playing with anybody else, I end up just crashing too.
Oh, yeah.
But
it just takes over me now. Like, in a way that it never did before. I was always able to fight sleep before, and I have somehow lost the ability to fight sleep. It will take over me, and there's nothing I can do. My eyes close, and I'm out. And it's weird. Not used to it. It's a newer thing. So.
I know I don't sleep well at night. I'm constantly waking up in and out of sleep. I don't get solid, but
well, peeing during the night is kind of a new thing for me. I don't know. I could make it through the night without having to get up and pee. Until,
you get up?
Yeah, probably. I didn't as a child. Ask my mom. I kept her busy doing laundry. No, yeah, I don't know. I guess probably 3 years ago it started where I don't know. I just had to start getting up and going to take a piss during the night. So
there was one time when I was a kid. I was probably 10 or 11, and I remember that I woke up. Well, I thought I woke up, and I went to the bathroom, and I went back to bed. When I woke up in the morning to my mom asking, who the fuck pissed in the hamper? And obviously, I didn't say shit because I know I went to the bathroom. but I'm pretty sure that I went over to the hamper, lifted it up like it was a toilet seat, took a piss, and went back to bed.
You were out of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I bet that's probably accurate.
I guarantee that's what happened.
Your poor mom.
Oh, I know. I can't imagine. I mean, they were dirty clothes anyway, so that's a plus, you know?
Yeah.
But, jeez.
Good Lord. My friend Jason, you've met him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, known pisser. But I mean, it's been a random array of things, but it used to just be one of those drunk pissers. He's pissed on people. He's pissed on entertainment systems. Pissed on, trees that were right next to roads, and I do mean very public, busy roads. Just, I don't know, a random assortment of things. I'm gonna have to ask his wife, because I know she's got a pretty long checklist of things that he's pissed on just at their house.
I have a friend who gets drunk, pisses in the bed, or remain nameless, but I know several times the females he was with were not very happy.
Yeah.
I had a buddy, we went to a party. We were supposed to go back to, let's call him Derek. It's not Derek. I know very few Dereks that I like, but there are two.
Derek.
It's not Derek, but he is related to a Derek. We were supposed to go back to his house. Well, he had a duplex. He didn't have it. He lived in a duplex. And the neighbor's door was unlocked. So this individual was supposed to go to Derek's house. We were all wound up at Derek's. And we called him because we were worried about him. We're like, where are you at? He's like, I'm on the couch. I'm like, what? He said, I'm on the couch. He's like, man, I just pissed my pants. And we're like, dude, you are not here. We are all here in the living room where the fucking couch is at. He's like, what? He was in the fucking neighbor's duplex. They were in bed sleeping. He breaks into their house. It was unlocked, but
he did.
He broke in, laid on their couch, and then pissed himself on their couch.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, like how the fuck does that happen? But it did. It was crazy.
That's amazing. Oh man, I wonder if they ever found out.
Oh man, I mean, they didn't have a dog or a cat, so like.
Well, yeah.
Imagine.
I bet they had a fight about that. And to this day, the other one still thinks the other one fucking pissed on that couch and will not fess up.
Like what?
That's great. He could have ended a marriage.
Yeah.
He probably
or a
did.
relationship.
He did.
Who knows if they were married?
He probably did. Wow. Some people.
Yeah, some fucking people. Speaking of marriages,
Yeah.
I found a book today.
He did. Listen to this.
The title is called Me, Obey Him by Elizabeth Rice Hannaford. And on the cover, this book was originally 95 cents.
Yeah. Tasty little piece of
It
literature.
says, The Obedient Wife and God's Way of Happiness and Blessing in the Home. And she goes on to say about how the woman needs to surrender herself and all rights to her husband. Not every man she meets, but her husband. And she does get the choice of what man she surrenders herself to. But she should not question anything he says.
Mm-hmm.
She should not give any opinions unless asked for them.
Yes.
And
all men are geniuses.
Yeah, and if she is not asked, then she is not a submissive wife. And she needs to surrender herself more.
Well, God will punish her.
Yes. And that's what it's all about. I mean, it's...
Wow, what an old school piece of literature there. What is that?
It's 95 pages of awesomeness.
Like written in 59 or something?
72 was the copyright.
1972 copy.
By Sword of the Lord Publishers. And it is... So... And now, to take away from a little of the hilarity of it with the old Christian and like this, it was supposed to be like the man does so much for the household and the family. Jesus Christ sacrificed himself for the church, so the wife should sacrifice herself for the family and household with the whole rights thing and getting a say. Because the man, whatever the man said, is supposed to be what happens. And you can disagree with him, but you better not voice it. You better support him in anything he says.
This book was written to keep women out of the workforce.
And it was written by a woman.
Yeah. And she looks like she does not know how to fuck.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, if I'm being honest. I mean, you can Google her, have a look for yourself and judge, but, I mean, she looks like a stale old bitch who, probably never talked back in her life. Mrs. Elizabeth Hanford.
So obviously I had to take this book, and I brought it home for my wife to read. She hasn't read it yet. She didn't even notice it on the table. But she will. She will read this book.
For your own welfare and happiness, yield.
Thank you.
Wow.
Straight out of the book.
How to enter in unconditional surrender. So this is like 50 Shades of Grey. All right, so they're teaching you how to be a submissive here. In case you ever encounter a Christian Grey type guy. What if his commands are contradictory? They may be. Husbands, like wives, are human and sometimes don't know what they want. Sometimes a man will say something in anger, not meaning it at all, and both you and he know he didn't mean it. In the midst of an argument, one husband said to his wife, "Why don't you just get out of the house?" So she did. Later she told me, very sanctimoniously, "He told me to leave, and since I'm the obedient wife, I left. Actually, she was a rebellious wife, and her rebellion nearly destroyed the home."
So pretty much what I hear.
So that bitch did what she was told.
What I get from this is women, okay, to be happy, you have to listen to your husband or your partner.
Yeah.
That's why
this book. Wow.
That's why lesbianism doesn't work. It doesn't work with this book. That's why it's wrong.
She is to obey regardless of his spiritual condition. So, wow. Yeah, so
I'm just kidding. I'm not saying lesbian's wrong.
No, but I would really recommend this book to any woman who never feels like being her own person or making her own decisions or really
wanting to fuck,
achieving anything of her on her own in her life.
You know who else this book would be really good for? People who like to get the shit beat out of them.
That's what I was going to say. This sounds like a guide on how to survive a marriage with domestic abuse.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of bullshit literature that get women to stay in bad relationships where they are used as punching bags. So, hey, if that's you, if that's what you're after, it's a good read. And I would recommend it. However, if you're sane and you have the ability to exercise common sense, I'd say only read this for a good laugh.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to read it, and I'm sure I will be cracking up through several of these pages.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think every page is laughable. There's something funny on every single page.
Well, my mom, she tried to be the good traditional Christian wife, and she would often preach those kinds of things to us kids about how the husband is the head of the household and how the wife should submit to her husband and let him take care of everything, and she should just try her best to keep him happy. Well, now I'm 32 years old, and I look back at my childhood, and it's not what I remember seeing. My mom married a man who had problems making decisions and being a man and a leader, so she often had to take the reins, and if she wouldn't have, nothing would have gotten done. So I grew up kind of with a contradiction of how it was supposed to be in her eyes anyway, and in her teachings. But the kind of man she was with kind of forced her into that.
Right.
Because he wasn't a good guy, and I did not know that back then. But she put up with a lot of crap, and if she would have listened to literature like this, it would not have been good for anybody.
She'd still be putting up with that crap.
Especially us children. And she's since broken away from that marriage, and she seems like a happier person.
So on this, chapter 5, do I have any rights? And this is what I was getting to, like that, to try to take the hilarity out of it. And it's not that I'm trying to, it's just what they see it as for people who believe in this book.
Yeah.
Because with your rights, so Jesus paid your penalty for you. You don't belong to yourself anymore. You belong to Jesus, the church, because he died for your sins that you have yet to commit because you were born, unless you consider being birthed into the world a sin against God, then you're all fucked no matter what. So, Jesus died for you. You belong to Jesus. The rights you once possessed now are his, the one who bought your salvation and freedom from death. And in the Bible, there are different scriptures that say you must obey your husband. And that's what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely agree with it, you know?
She looks like she's had to paint her eyes more than a couple of times. wear some dark sunglasses.
Well, you know, if she just would have listened to her husband, then she wouldn't have had to get hit.
I mean, he told her twice already. You know what? Isn't it weird for her to have an opinion, though?
That's not an opinion, this is fact.
Ah, maybe that's how she got away with writing
it's
this.
Probably on the...
She probably still got beat for writing this book.
I hope so. Not because I'm into beating women, but she was very non-submissive. Let's see, I am him about who? Okay, that doesn't make sense. With 23 years of watching her life as a dedicated pastor's wife and successful mother of 7 children.
What does successful mother mean?
Wow. I don't know, but Libby practices what she preaches. She is the most unselfish person. Who's Libby?
How do you know
Elizabeth.
How do you know you've succeeded
Libby.
as a parent? Like, what defines success as a parent? If your children don't turn out to be serial killers or rapists or go to jail, I mean, I don't know.
They survive until they're out of the house.
I guess.
She's got deep abiding biblical convictions and never steps over the line of respect for the authority of her husband.
Oh.
Golden.
Mm-hmm.
Not always has she agreed with me and everything, but she has never bucked any decision I have made.
So this is the God hates fags kind of pastor.
Yeah.
Like she's married to one of the dudes that like shows up at dead soldier funerals.
Her long hair is more than just concession. It typifies exactly what 1 Corinthians 11 says it ought. The author works hard from early morning until late at night, carry out her duties as a wife, mother, author, Sunday school teacher, choir member, and counselor to many women on every kind of subject, from baby care to marriage saving. So basically, if you only go to work and come home, you suck. I mean, this lady, she did all of her duties as a wife, a mother,
all of them,
an author, a Sunday school teacher, choir member, and a counselor to women. So strong. The message of this book is not theory, but advice forged on the anvil of years of experience. I have seen strong-willed, nagging wives changed into sweet, submissive mates after counseling with the author. Homes are back together because her wise advice was heeded. The work of God has been advanced because Libby has helped wives of Christian workers to become partners rather than opponents of her husband. Strong Bible message on the good wife's position of submissiveness is especially needed today when women's lib and unisex are gaining such a following. If they are still alive,
72.
That was in 72. If they,
wow.
Oh my gosh!
If she's still alive,
she's not happy.
She is not.
Unless our
she
home
hasn't been for a long time.
Yeah. Unless our homes can return to the principles given in this book, America cannot long continue any kind of moral society. Preach!
Oh my.
Preach!
Shanta-da-la-la-da-da-da.
Golly. 1972.
1972.
Dr. Walter Hanford, pastor, Southside Baptist Church, Greenville, South Carolina.
We're in 1972. Let's see. Time in history. Were black people still colored?
Probably just exiting that.
Probably just exiting that phase. That's good. So these were people that weren't ready to let go.
I mean, they
were trying to make it known.
Yeah. I don't even know what lib women means.
Women's liberation, I would guess.
I guess.
You know, women couldn't vote for a long time.
Yeah, it'd have to be women's liberation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once they, you know what, this book has
couldn't work and they couldn't
once
vote.
They started voting, look what fucking happened. Everything went to shit.
Could it be? Is it so? No. No. You know what?
Yeah, that was 1960s or 70s.
Things have been bad for a long time. And if you want to see the proof, there's a movie you can watch that pretty much is relevant. The whole rant that this movie is famous for is relevant today. You go watch the movie Network. It's God dang it. Just you wouldn't believe for the year that movie came out how much the things that they were saying hit the nail on the head. Like, holy shit. It's like listening to a revelation. But anywho, so, oh man. So last time we spoke, it was just Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Man.
Yeah.
Are they just crawling out of their woodworks to tell on everybody now?
Which is good.
I'm not. Yeah. No. Hey. I get. You know.
I don't think these are false claims.
I don't either
by any means.
I don't either.
So like, because I mean, sometimes saying out of the woodwork has negative connotations. Like
it does.
When you win the lottery, you have family out of the woodwork. You know. Like,
yeah.
I just want to clarify.
Well, but this is the same thing. It's like, well, once you have one accusation, people come crawling out of the woodworks to make more. But that's only, I get it. It's because now they feel like they have support.
Yes.
Because other people have gone through it and now they feel comfortable and they finally feel like they can come out with the information they've been holding in. So yeah, no, I don't discredit anybody here. But I will say, yeah.
You want anything?
We need something to drink.
I was gonna go grab a drink.
Here's what I will say. There are people that are gonna be dishonest, and they can sometimes ruin it for the people that are telling the truth, because 99 of them might be telling the truth, and then one person comes out and lies, and that lie gets exposed. And then the integrity of the 99 that were telling the truth comes into question. So I just hope that there's not anybody trying to get personal gain out of this that's going to, cast a bad light on real victims.
See, and what I like what I've seen is no one's suing them.
Yeah.
They're just getting the word out there.
Well, and a lot of it, there's statute of limitation.
7 years.
7 years. And a lot of this, correct. Murder and kidnapping does not count. But yeah, for everything else, there's a 7-year statute of limitation. And it seems to me that a lot of these are from decades ago.
Yeah. 30 years?
Yeah. Because even the one with Danny Masterson, who was Hyde from that 70s show, the accusations of violent rape from 4 women stem from the early 2000s. And since we're in 2017, there's no way that's...
Yeah, that's almost 20 years.
Yeah, so...
It's at least 10.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was... Well, no, because it was early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to say at the height of the popularity of
really,
that 70s show.
Which really sucks because I love Hyde.
I do too. Favorite character.
Yes.
And on the ranch, I love Rooster.
Yeah.
Favorite character. So.
But now it's like... I can't watch...
I know.
I feel like I can't rewatch that 70s show because of him. I will not watch House of Cards again because of Kevin Spacey. I will probably watch American Beauty because I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to pay to watch it.
No. We'll pirate that shit. Don't worry. But yeah. You do got to see that movie. It sucks that we even have to feel like we're supporting a bad person to see a piece of cinema that we want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's what I don't like about this. And Dustin Hoffman, that one really hurts me too. Really, really hurts me. Rain Man is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I've just always loved Dustin Hoffman. So, God, he played the best Captain Hook in the movie Hook. You know,
that was my favorite movie for a long time.
So fucking good. Yeah, so good.
My whole childhood, that was probably my favorite movie.
And I don't want to think about that. You know, it just sucks. I just wish that power-hungry people could learn some boundaries.
You know, one that I was
or
shocked
they
about?
could learn how to control themselves in a manner that didn't make them look so fucking disgusting.
Do you know that, now this might come to a shock, but this person's been, allegedly, they did this, but
Allegedly.
they just walked up and grabbed people by the pussy. Donald Trump. Do you believe that?
Oh, man.
That just came out, too.
What?
Like last year, yeah.
What? Grabs them by the pussy? I didn't hear about this. Yeah.
But how messed up is it, though, that this man is our president? Like, this giant douche.
I hated how they swept that under the rug when I thought it spoke so much about his character, because he wasn't talking to anyone in front of a camera, to his knowledge. That's him being him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like he was telling a joke. He was telling
A story.
another man
Like-
how he grabs women by the pussy because they feel intimidated by him or his fame.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an admission. That was a confession. Did I say admission?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was, though. He was admitting to
That was a confession.
thinking it was okay. Yeah. He was admitting to it.
Hey, I've done this. Women let me grab
Now-
them by the pussy because of my fame.
Yeah. And he's our president.
Yeah.
Granted,
Did you ask them?
I still wouldn't like Hillary Clinton to be our president. I just want to throw that out there. But
No.
this, like, how is it between those two? South Park has it right. Okay? Turd sandwich
Or a
and giant douche every fucking time.
Yep.
And everyone goes ballistic about it.
Yeah.
Everybody goes ballistic. Every 4 years. Oh, you can't vote them in. They suck. Oh. I bet Trump wins again. What do you want to bet? They throw somebody up there and Trump ends up winning again.
I've been reading about all these impeachment attempts.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think he makes it through the first administration?
Yeah.
You do? All the way?
What has he done?
Well, you know, without being impeached, I mean, even with being impeached doesn't mean you have to leave office.
Mhm.
Clinton was impeached. He never left office. So, I mean, I guess there's a chance that he could be impeached, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be commander-in-chief, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
What do you do, man? What do you do? Didn't watch Freaked.
We we didn't.
Who
We
cares?
talked about it.
Who cares?
We will, because it's a great movie. Well, it's a movie.
In a matter of
It's
speaking,
a movie.
it's a movie. Some may mistake for great.
I don't want to put my name on it saying that it's great,
Yeah,
but I remember it as good.
yeah. If they release it on
Enjoyable.
Blu-ray, he doesn't want quotations. You know,
Andrew Lemke said this was great.
a great movie. Andrew Lemke.
Best movie of the century.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God,
much
could you
shit to
imagine
talk
trying to
about
pick that?
podcast.
Best movie of the century?
Wow.
How? How would you pick that?
I couldn't.
Like from 1920 to 2020?
No. Nope. Couldn't.
There's no way.
Nope. I couldn't.
I couldn't pick a best movie of the decade.
I couldn't pick my top 10 favorite movies. I couldn't.
There's too many.
I could not narrow it down to 10. I don't.
And I wouldn't be able to put them in an order.
You got to understand, you're either a movie person or you're not. And if you're a movie person, then you understand that you probably see at least 50 new movies a year. And god dang it, how do you narrow that down to 10 when I've seen thousands and thousands of movies?
Yeah.
There's just no way.
No. I mean, I know I say, like, my favorite movie is, like, Shawshank Redemption. And where it's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That's just what I put there. Because
it's not one of my favorite of all time, but like, it is so good. It is good.
American History X is up there, too.
I like The Green Mile.
Oh, I love The Green Mile.
Yeah. I think I like The Green Mile better than I like The Shawshank Redemption. But then I'm going to think of a movie I like better than The Green Mile. And then I'll think of a movie I like better than that movie. And it's just going to... Yeah, and then I'm just going to go, well, there's a gajillion good fucking movies. Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, my God, yes. How can you not like Goodfellas?
Yeah, if you don't like Goodfellas...
Reservoir Dogs is good, too.
If you don't like Goodfellas, go ahead and shoot us an email at somuchshitpodcast@gmail.com. So we can berate you,
and we can send. Then just tell us your address, so we can send you a box full of dicks.
Yeah, and first and last name, please, and we'll just let everybody know. That way, you can be publicly shamed the way you deserve, and maybe everyone else will start sending you some shit in the mail too.
You know, a good movie I saw on the way to Orlando, I think, or was it coming back? I think it was coming back.
Ooh, from airplane movie.
From Orlando. I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to finish the last 15 minutes, which kind of sucked.
I would have been pissed.
But, and hear me out, okay?
What did you do?
Okay. Baywatch.
Okay, now hold on. Pardon, sorry. Yeah, you were telling me Baywatch was good.
It was decent. I will watch it again.
I'll watch. Okay, you can watch it again when I see it for the first time.
Okay,
and I'll watch it with you.
All right, because I gotta say, it was funny, but obviously you're gonna have funny points with the cast.
Yeah.
And I'm a Rock fan. Dwayne Johnson, I am a fan of him.
Love him.
I'm not a fan of what's his face?
The F.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the F.
No,
I mean, not like High School Musical days. I didn't.
That's what
I was too old for that shit. But
same.
Basically,
he was a basketball player.
Last 4 years, I guess. Zac Efron has been pretty solid.
He was a basketball player. He was old and they went backwards.
17 again.
I liked that.
Yeah,
I liked that. I liked his best friend, more than him though.
I liked him in that. I liked him in what is that? That old field? No. Wow. Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan were in it with him, so that movie.
See, and also going back to you're either a movie person or you're not. You're either a names person and titles person or you're not. And I'm more of the not side.
Yeah.
Whereas Billy knows. He knows the names first and last. And a plethora of movies that been in.
Well, I spend some time. I spend a lot of time on IMDb, but I was even like that before IMDb, and then IMDb made me no longer relevant. I used to get phone calls from my friends all the time with movie-related questions, and that just never happens anymore because fucking IMDb, man.
Yeah, Google
stole my fucking thunder.
I just Google it, and that's what always pops up.
Yeah. Well, they've rendered guys like me useless. But now I like to celebrate my love of movies and TV and things of that sort.
We started watching The Orville.
Oh, I hope you stick with it because
it's pretty good.
I have been enjoying it, and it's one of my new favorite shows. The
first episode was kind of awkward, I felt like.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's funny. I like the names, though, like, because Star Trek spinoff. Oh my gosh. From the sex scene to Aurora.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he talks about how Star Trek inspired it is.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, yeah. There's really no way to deny it.
She's never watched Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
And like, not that I'm a Trekkie by any means.
Nor am I.
Because if you are a Trekkie, you are, and I say something,
You're on the wrong
gonna roast
team.
me.
Yeah. Plus, you're on the wrong team.
I am a Star Wars guy.
Star Wars, yes.
Definitely. I do. The thing is I never got into the Star Trek TV series that much.
Yeah. There were a
Like,
couple of good Star Wars or Star Trek movies, though.
Yeah. I watched the one with Regis filming.
Oh, yeah?
No, that's a lie. I don't think there was one with Regis filming.
I don't know. I watched the. You're probably mistaken Regis Philbin for William Shatner.
I did.
I would watch, and I don't remember much about it because I was young. But my grandparents were into the one with Kirstie Alley, which I think was the new generation. Yeah, and I used to watch it with them, but I was too young to really get into like the details of it, so I don't
Like,
know.
Star Wars
I don't
is
know
just
all the
like a classic,
mythology
you know?
of Star Trek, but
Like, I know about Klingons. I know about like Nero. Well, I know about the movies too. Like, I watched the new movies that came out. When they started coming out, 2005, 2008, something like that. Maybe 2006.
I think it's 2009.
I don't know. That could have been it too. I remember I went down to see my dad. I've only been down to Florida a couple of times to see my dad. So like 2006, and then I did go down in January of 2009 to surprise him for his birthday. And then I remember they were selling the cups at McDonald's,
Yeah.
and he was collecting them because he collects that stuff. Because he's a big nerd too, which is cool. But yeah,
He's a cool nerd.
yeah, my dad is a cool dude.
Yeah. I could hang with him.
You did,
I did. I could do it again.
yeah, and he loved you.
Free crash pad in Florida for me? Do you
guarantee it.
think we're there? I mean, do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
we're on that level? Like, hey,
Probably.
man,
As long as you'd rap for him.
coming to Florida.
As long as you would rap for him.
Did he like that?
Yes, he did.
That's awesome.
I mean, he posted you on Instagram. He's like, I got some friends that do music stuff. He's like, whether they see it or not, I don't know, but who knows?
That's
And
awesome.
I was like, we'd appreciate that. Yeah.
That's badass.
Actually, I can pull it up if you want.
Oh, no.
If you want to get some filler talk.
Yeah. I'm rapping on Instagram and I'm none the wiser.
I just got to pull up my Faja.
Austin Powers Faja. Oh. That's badass. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I was spitting a little bit for Andrew and his friends, and his dad was there. And oh well, I guess technically that was your
My
bachelor
bachelor party,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was your bachelor party. So cool.
And you had been going for a minute, too, and he decided to record you.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say that I didn't realize I spit that whole song. So that's the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Fucking A. Nice.
Fun stuff.
I was very winded by that point.
Yeah.
God, dude, that's why I could never do like a full rap show. These smokers' lungs, they wouldn't allow for it. No, they wouldn't.
I mean, you could barely do one song.
Yeah. Yeah, no. At the end of a song, I need like a full intermission. Be like, all right, guys.
All right, take 30.
I'm going to come out, do a song and a half, take an intermission, come back, finish the other half of that song, start the next one.
Just give me cover. Speaking of cover, there was a shooting in Texas.
Yeah,
Pretty, obviously it's always sad.
it is.
But this dude knew that he would be plastered everywhere.
Yep.
And
Fame.
did you see how he got ran down?
No.
So he left the scene. He shot at the place, shot at the church. Anywhere from a 5-year-old to a 72-year-old got hit.
How many dead?
I think it was 20.
26 or something like that, wasn't it?
The last I saw was 20, but that was
Okay.
at 8 a.m.
Sure.
So he drives away, and this one dude follows him in his truck, or he shot at him. I know he was returning fire on the dude. He said he pulled up to the scene, and this is just a citizen. He saw another citizen shooting at the guy, and they're pretty much doing a shootout down in Texas.
Wow.
And a stranger jumped in this dude's truck, and they took off following the guy, and they shot his tires out, and then he crashed, and the neighbor on the property had his gun trained on him. So they had 3 guns on this guy before the cops got there 7 minutes later.
Wow.
So a dishonorably discharged airman, right?
Yes, Air Force did not submit Texas church shooter's criminal history to FBI. Wow. It was 26 people dead. One of them was his grandmother-in-law.
And I feel like that's how he got, it was revenge, and he knew he would get plastered everywhere for doing it. So what better way than a psychopath who's mentally deranged to get back at their family than to shoot up their church they go in where they think they're safe, kill some of them, and then it be posted at every news source everywhere.
I don't want to be one of those lame dudes that like uses lyrics to express his feelings, but Disturbed has a pretty good song about that, where he says, "You make sure the world will remember their names, but didn't the thought ever enter your mind? You've given a legion of monsters a reason to take your life."
Yeah. Accurate.
Yeah.
Hashtag 100.
Yeah. Go David Draymond.
RLAF.
Speak that truth.
Word.
Some people can't handle the truth. Like Tom Cruise.
Leonardo DiCaprio. What's in the box?
Brad Pitt. What's in the box? Another great one with ruined by Kevin Spacey.
Fuck, yeah.
Can't enjoy 7 without thinking, well, I wonder if there were any minor buttholes getting diddled on this set. God damn it.
Honestly, though, anything I watch now, I just assume...
Kids are getting raped there.
Oh, no, I can't say anything because I will give an underlying spoiler. And I can't tell you, go watch this, because I will give you a spoiler.
Damn it. Okay.
So,
good.
Go watch Stranger Things 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
And watch the interview they have after the season is over.
Okay.
But don't watch that first because he's going to give a bunch of spoilers.
How many spoilers?
A lot.
A lot.
It'll ruin it.
Too many?
Yeah.
So we're just silent on that one, huh? All right.
Well, I mean, no, I can't. I can't talk about that because it'll still give it away and you'll look it up. Damn it, man.
Oh.
You're lucky because I really want to talk about that.
I lost in fantasy football this week, but it's okay because I made a poster of the guy I lost to with his head on both sides of a dick. So it looks like there's 2 of him standing with a dick in between him.
With 2 little dicks on his forehead like Manson.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And I put little dicks on his forehead. All Manson style. So, revenge, motherfuckers. I don't even care.
He doesn't even care.
You know what I do care about?
Aaron Rodgers' collarbone?
What?
Aaron Rodgers' collarbone?
Oh, nah, I didn't have him on my team. If I don't own you on my fantasy team, I don't give a shit. I'm like, I don't care about your ACL. I don't care. Oh, he was a talented player? I don't give a shit. He wasn't on my squad. No, no, that does suck. Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal quarterback. So, you know, my heart goes out to Green Bay fans, but I would say, hey, it just gives the Colts a better chance, but let's be honest, the Colts have no chance. No. So we need a complete rebuild of our offensive line. So that's a whole thing I don't want to get into. By the way, I just want you to know that if I ever met Mark Wahlberg in person, I would lie about being a Colts fan because he fucking hates them.
I wouldn't have to lie about it.
Yeah.
But if I'm with you and we meet Mark Wahlberg, you know what I'm saying.
You're going to put me on blast.
Hey, he's a Colts fan.
Hey, this guy's a Colts fan. Don't listen to him. Hey, what's he know? Colts fan. Be like, this fucking guy don't know what he's talking about, Mark. Fucking Tom Brady,
I'm a Packers fan.
Fucking Tom Brady. Yeah. So,
and I'll just say, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault, man. I've always been a hometown kind of guy, man. I just... When I pretended to like basketball, I rooted for the Pacers.
Ooh, that's a mistake. Why? Why wouldn't you go with 6 championships,
What?
10...
Well, let me clarify. Much like every little boy in the entire world when I was a child, I've rooted for Michael Jordan first. So yeah, I was a Bulls fan above any.
There you go.
But, you know, other than that, when like Jordan wasn't around anymore, I was on that Pacers tip.
Rodman was still there.
I think Rodman got traded away before Jordan retired, didn't he?
Which time? Because Jordan retired like 3 times.
Yeah. Well, he came back.
Because
To the
he won a
Bulls
couple
the first
championships,
time.
retired, and then he came back,
Came back to the Bulls once.
and then
Retired again. Came back as a what? Like a Washington.
He was a wizard, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He owns that team, doesn't he?
I think so. I've got to double check because I thought he came back. I thought he like took a hiatus
I don't know.
twice.
I love
before the
Michael
Wizards.
Jordan. Michael
So do
Jordan represented something to me. And,
I've just always liked the Bulls because of him, and that's
oh yeah, dude.
the only team I followed. And
I mean, you had the
I
Holy
followed the Tar
Trinity.
Heels.
You had Pippen, Jordan, Rodman.
But
That was a badass fucking team, dude.
and what's crazy is like he didn't need them to win, and there's so many people on that team that
Dude, Scottie Pippen did so much
Oh,
for
yeah.
Michael Jordan's
Kukoc did.
career. For
Too,
so much.
he was
The
great.
assists number, God, it's probably one for the record books, I would say. And Rodman, dude. Fucker could rebound. Rebound king, sir. And he'd do it with purple hair just to say, fuck you. Even though he turned 40 during the season, he scored 20 or more points 42 times, 30 or more points 9 times, and 40 or more points 3 times. On February 21st, 2003, Jordan became the first 40-year-old to tally 43 points in an NBA game.
Yeah.
Cool. That was towards the end, of course.
Well,
Michael-
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Michael Jordan, for people who aren't old enough to remember what it was like when Michael Jordan was relevant, he could do no wrong in the eyes of the world.
He defied gravity.
He did.
He leapt from the foul line and did a slam dunk.
Mm-hmm. With
And
that tongue out. Got the tongue out, too.
Yeah, like the amount of time he was in the air, it just doesn't make sense.
No. No, it doesn't.
He's an alien.
Only he can achieve it.
'Cause I honestly
Only.
I don't know if anyone else has done it the way he did. Like, just so effortlessly, it felt like.
So, you know,
But they also don't follow basketball that much anymore.
no, there's nothing to follow anymore.
I followed the Tar Heels for a while when I was watching college ball, just because I like the Tar Heels. That's where Jordan came from. So
Yeah,
yeah,
he sure
go
did.
North Carolina.
Come on and raise up.
And Tyler Hansbrough, I liked him. That's when I really was following it. But
I'm a fan of all the famous Michaels.
Jordan, Jackson,
Tyson. Mm-hmm.
Tyson,
Tyson, Jackson, Jordan, man.
the Trinity.
I fucking loved Mike Tyson too. There was just
I still
something.
do.
There was just something about watching a Mike Tyson fight. It was special. It felt cool. You felt like you were watching someone at the fucking absolute top of their game, like somebody unstoppable, and he really was for the longest time.
And Mike Muhammad Ali. That's another Mike I like.
Muhammad Ali.
I call him Mike. we were cool.
You guys were good.
But you saying Tyson reminded me of
Some people
an
called
interview.
him Cassius. Some people called him.
I would never call him Cassius.
Yeah.
If he was,
No.
I still won't. I don't know who Cassius is. I don't know what you're talking about actually.
Cassius Clay.
There was an interview, and it was recently after his death, they showed a clip of it where Tyson was like the heavyweight, you know, and he met him, and like, you know, Tyson didn't know what to say.
Oh yeah,
he was
he's a
just
total
like
fan.
he was just like sitting there like, man, this is awesome.
That's
you
his
know?
god right there.
Yeah, and
I'm
it
a
was
shaky
cool.
fan.
It was so cool.
I'm gonna tell him
see
he's the
that.
best. Shit,
Yeah.
man. I've been a fan of yours since I was just a little boy.
I don't know. That was my worst Tyson impression I've ever done, just so you know.
And that would have been my best. So
My ears are hurting from the headphones.
oh no,
I know. They're so sensitive, these little ears of mine.
these little ears of mine, I'm gonna let them shine.
Have you ever noticed that my ears are not symmetrical whatsoever?
I had thought that maybe you had them pierced or gauged out and it ripped or something.
Yeah, I had an earring rip out when I was a youngin'. My dad pierced my ear when I was in 2nd grade, and I was a big tree climber. And I missed a branch with my foot and took a little tumble, and my ear just caught on like a twig or something on the way down, and earring ripped out and split my lobe, and that's why it grew back all funny like that. And then you'll notice up here on my left side, I have a perfectly rounded off ear. And then if I show you this
You
side,
have an elf ear.
I've got an elf ear. There's a little
Yeah, or
Little,
a half elf ear actually.
half elf
but-
ear. Yeah, so very non-symmetrical ears, or what is that called? Asymmetrical, right?
left.
Symmetrical would be they look the same, and
Mhm.
asymmetrical is when they don't. What you sipping on there? Is that 7-Up?
That's Hennessy. Oh wait, no, that is 7-Up. Sorry, I got them confused.
Yeah, they easily confused. Similar taste, similar effect.
No, no.
Make Hennessy up yours.
That's a good tagline. I don't think I'd ever mix Hennessy with 7-Up though.
It'd be the same. Oh well, yeah, I've mixed whiskey with 7-Up.
Hennessy?
Yeah, well, it'd be the same thing. It's just
I
cognac.
mean, I guess I'd try it, but
Cognac, a type of whiskey. I'd do it. I like Hennessy. I like Courvoisier. Guess I'm just a cognac guy. I, however, hate Scotch.
I'm not a Scotch guy either.
No, Ron Burgundy, man. I just can't get down.
That's
with
the
that.
only reason I've ever really tried Scotch. So I can be like, Scotch.
Right.
Scotchy.
I'll admit, Ron Burgundy had a big part in me wanting to try some Scotch as well.
Same.
Absolutely.
But he's also the reason that I threw up in a phone booth because I was drinking milk on a hot day.
That was a bad decision.
Man, how about those storms last night?
Dude.
The tornado
Dude.
in Portland?
Yeah, did you see that
Man,
thing?
I used to live
it was
in
so
Portland.
wide.
Yeah.
There was a tornado that touched down in Portland, Indiana last night, and
At County Road 26 and Como Road.
it looked like the whole fucking cloud fell.
Yeah.
Like,
It was huge. I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't seen any EF, what it was. I'm probably a 3 because it was out
I
there.
think so.
But if it would have been like in town or something, because it hit
Yeah, it
the
was a-
outskirts, it hit houses,
that
it,
was a
it
big
wrecked
one.
stuff for sure.
I wonder how they measure like the circumference of a tornado. Do they just scale it down, like by looking at it from further away? They just scale up to it, like through a measurement system. I guess
It was an EF2.
that was an EF2. That's it.
Yeah,
Wow, it just looks
Yeah.
so big.
it is big.
Huh. Yeah, because I remember in the movie Twister, they were all about like the F5s,
Yeah,
you know, trying to
fives.
find some F5s.
There was a 4 in Illinois.
Really?
Yeah, from
It's a big one.
the 4th, maybe. Or was it in October? I can't remember what day it was.
I cannot remember.
Let's see.
Let's have a look here.
So the old scale lists an F5 tornado as wind speeds of 261 to 318, while the new scale lists an EF with winds above 200. So that tornado was huge, but its wind
Right.
speed was not
right.
that fast.
So they've just lowered the standard of the wind speed too.
which is very interesting.
That is weird.
I wonder what the What made him do that?
I don't know.
Let's go and see. Let's just click on this Fujita scale, the new Fujita scale.
Maybe hurricanes,
Stimulating.
hurricanes. Maybe tornadoes aren't as fast as they used to be.
Global warming. maybe we haven't had enough EF5 tornadoes, so the powers that be want us to be really terrified of them.
Right.
So we can say now that we have more because the old maybe even
Right.
threes. I mean,
this is an old school trick in disguise, people. It's like when they lowered the standards of graduating high school so they can say, well, yeah, our graduation rates have risen. Yes, because now you will...
yeah.
Wait.
That's percentages.
What are you looking at there? That's
76% of all tornadoes are F0 to F1, 20% are F2 to F3, 3% are unknown, and 1% are F4 to F5. So they're trying to bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
I want to see that unknown.
Yeah.
What are they hiding there in that little 3% statistic?
They don't. Those are the ones that are
we don't know.
touched down and they can't.
We don't know. We could
record.
record. We don't know. Tell me you don't know.
That's deaths. So I don't know if this is old or not. This is the old one. But the old, yeah, I knew. So the old F3s were 158 to 206. So they just made it to where old F3s are now F5s.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do when an old school F5 rolls through? They're going to be like, we've just had a tornado like we've never seen.
They're going to call it an inconceivable tornado.
Inconceivable!
Which is what an F6 is.
Yes. Sean Wallace will be there to say that every time they have one.
See, this is what's crazy is the size of the tornado is not necessarily an indication of its intensity. Like, that tornado was a weak tornado.
That one was weak
It was
as
only
shit.
2.
That ain't nothing. We don't even call that a tornado. We call that a cloud sneeze. Did you know this? That's a cloud sneeze.
Yeah, they just... Gesundheit.
Yeah. You just look at the sky and say, bless you, and then the tornado's over, and
Yeah, it just disappears.
because it wasn't shit. So there was just some high winds. Bastards. Well, man.
Yeah, I think we've talked about all the shit. We still have stuff to talk about, but...
Yeah. But you'll have to wait for that.
Yeah, and we're going to watch Freaked.
We are. Whenever we feel like it.
Oh. We are watching Shameless.
Oh, yeah.
Shameless came back.
Shameless is back.
We can talk more about that next week to give people a chance to...
Yeah, we won't
maybe
spoil season 8. Is this? Oh, my God. Yeah, we will not spoil season 8, episode 1. Till next week.
Yeah. And then we'll probably actually pour over into the second episode, so sorry about that
then
in advance.
Yeah.
But that's on you.
We're giving you
We're
a head start.
Yeah.
After this, you better be caught up on your Shameless.
Yep. Watch it and keep caught up.
Or we will fuck your world.
With a box of dicks.
Yeah, big one.
Jabronis.
Got so much shit to talk about. Got so much shit to talk about.
We've got so much shit to talk about.